Okay, so I'm going to be making more axe videos. This is the newest one. It's kind of whack here. Thought about flipping it over the other way, which would be opposite, but I cut the handle off, made it shorter, got it for 45 bucks at the East County Sporting Goods in Montesano. It had a screw in the top here. This is a German head that I'm going to eventually change the profile on it. But the cool part was I made this. I made the handle and it feels insane. So I'm finding joy in just doing new things, things that are challenging. This is my favorite axe I've ever had. The handle's awesome. 28-inch. Wow. It's the replica of the axe head that I took from my dad. And this is the one that I had taken from my dad. So this is a 36-inch handle. You can see that this is 32.5. And just being able to make these custom things and experience these other versions of myself to get me focused on something is like the best thing that's happening right now. There's so much going on that can damage your mind and keep you off track from your heart. And I'm just using these times because it's really like this, especially family stuff, going through, you know, some of the negative things that I'm having to go through. And it's just forcing me to realize everything that's coming at me is an opportunity to learn how to shield it and to put my focus back into this, into my system. Not the outer system, this system. And if this system is somewhat balanced, even with all the hernia stuff, all the crazy stuff that's happened from the doctor stuff, if I can find something to focus on in the crazy rains, like the creek's flooding, but if I just stay focused on something, it opens up this light out of my heart. And that's what I remember as a kid, being that. And I'm going to stand in this truth no matter what. No matter how much of the negativity gets pushed on me, no matter how much that I struggle with certain things, I'm going to keep going back and say, how lucky am I to just even be alive? Like, most of my best friends are gone. And it's like the fact that I'm even here and that I get to plant a tea garden. Do these things that are completely opposite of what I was programmed and trained to do. And understand that there's this massive joy that's coming out of that is just the best. I don't care if the planes keep flying over and if they're creating this weather. It's like, I can't control that. But I can build a roof to keep the toxic water off of me. And that's what I'm learning, is that, like, I'm making these videos to just show that you can be just absolutely suppressed to where nobody wants to see your light, pushed all the way down to the absolute bottom, and you can still just sit there. I think that's how they make diamonds. I don't know. It's like you need to go through that process, and there's a beauty in it. It's just difficult. But the beauty is you getting up for yourself, you putting the energy of goodness and love back into yourself, and you'll see it come back. It's not going to come back in the ways that you think it's going to come back, but it'll come back in the most crazy ways. And then when you can open your mind and your heart up to that, especially your heart, the mind is just like, it's crazy. You get all this bombardment from outer stuff, even if you're sensory crazy like me, where you can pick up vibrations. You have to read a room because you've gone through so much trauma. Man, the only way that you can get through that is set your anchor in your breath, be you, unapologetically be you. Like, I don't need to apologize anymore. And that's what I'm finally understanding. It throws a lot of people off, but I'm not going to apologize for being who I am. We can all be that. And then you have this well-balanced garden with yellow flowers over here, blue flowers over here, pink and violet over here, big green ferns. That attracts these other things, and then it becomes this symphony. But when you're just like completely pushed out by the weeds and all the stuff that's growing, it's like, and you just sit there and you say, fine, you can have this space. No, I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm encouraging you to not do that as well. Because if we can all be these giant, radical, blooming, blossoming plants that we are, let's enjoy this because we're getting older, you know? So if there is this arc and whatever, I'm 45. I see a lot of people finding joy even when they're 70, 80, because they're not letting all of the weeds drown them out. And they're just fine in their daily routine. Maybe it's a cup of coffee and some breath work. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's going for a crazy twirl in the rain. Whatever it is, be you. And enjoy that you can move around and whatever you can still move around, because there's a lot of people that can't. So that's the point I'm getting at. Say hi to Maverick and Goose. It's the only thing I can do. It's like, whatever made that person take that job and get into that thing, I have no control over that. Maybe they had to do that. So I'm just not going to let all that stuff bother me anymore. I'm going to focus on the garden. I'm going to water the garden. I'm going to water this garden. And do my best all day, every day, through the waves of experience. Because, man, it's a lot better getting to experience it than not even getting to experience it. If you look at it in that light, you start to go, oh man, all this crazy shit that happened to me, it's actually a blessing. And if you don't look too far forward into the future, and you just look at what you have now, you can't really stress yourself out about the future. You might have clutter and things you gotta clean up, but that taking action in that is what it is. That's why I'm building these valuable tools that later, if I need to sell them, I can sell them. But I'm learning a new form of creation and a new way to do things that is useful in the environment that I'm in. So, there's the ramble for today. The slugs are back. Cat's taking a nap. I'm happy. My friend neighbor Greg's here. He's back, and yeah, the rain's gonna stop at some point. So just do your best you can while it's what it is. Thank you. Here's another video. Spread your love and good energy. It'll help us all balance out the wonkiness.